Well, hello everybody. Today I have something a little different for you. I have a new release referred to as Railroader. And Railroader is in the early access stages. So I'm just going to give you a look if you hadn't seen it yet and talk a little bit about what I've found so far. I don't have a lot of time with it. It was released a week or so ago. We're right up against Christmas of 2023. We got another week before Christmas Day, but this just came out, and it is American Steam, which I have to try because I love, and and Train Simulator has American Steam that's just wonderful. But I hadn't been playing Train Simulator. I've been playing the Train Sim World 4, and Train Sim World 4 has Steam, but it's all European Steam, all British Steam, and the latest is the Flying Scotsman, but they have not released any American Steam. I'm looking forward to that. I really like Train Sim World 4, but this is Railroader, and Railroader is a different kind of game. It really is. I can tell you that from right off. Let's take a look at it. One of the things I noticed right off is the ambient sounds. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do some critique of it, but I don't want this to be a negative review. It's not. This is early access. I am so pleased that we're able to do early access. Some people, quite often, I see in comments of other games where they are upset that a developer has released the game before it's ready to be, completely polished. I'm not with that. I just love the fact that they're allowing, early access availability. I mean, this is even in my mind, even before beta. Beta to me is when you got your game complete, you're all done, it's ready to go, but it hasn't been tested and it's not tried and true yet. And it needs to get out there to people who are willing to do some beta testing. While I talk, I'm going to kind of drive, and you know how I am. Well, I think you may. If you watch some of my other videos, sometimes I struggle with driving a train at the same time I'm trying to think about talking. But this is a little down on the left bottom here is a little HUD you can use. It's very helpful on these early access times to use such a thing. Of course, if you know Steam engines, here's your throttle, here's your reverser handle here, and your brake handles look a lot like the diesel. So right now we just have the locomotive, and so we'll put on our independent brake because we got to back up and pick up a passenger car. So so I am so happy to have an early access, and this is really long before they even get to a beta version. I think I don't know if they consider this a beta. I consider it to be an alpha because they're talking about a lot of stuff they want to do. That's not part of this yet before they have a final release. So I'm thinking this is great that they're allowing us to play it as is, because I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to have fun. No question about it. Got to pop out of it for a second here and make a change to the switch so I can back through. Simply click on that and the switch turns. And, you can actually be outside of it here and do the reverser with the HUD down in the bottom left. Release the brakes and give it a little throttle. And actually go ahead and run the train from the camera view outside. So that's fabulous. But as an early access, what they've done is they've put their effort into fit and function. Fit and function. They've pretty much, put down the track. They put down the engines. Spent the time on the system itself and how it's going to work. And so more fauna and flora and buildings that will come later. That will come much later. So we're not there yet for beauty and so fit and functions where we're at, and at some point later on we can expect more scenic, more definition, hopefully. I mean, that's what they're talking. Certainly buildings that they've already created but they hadn't released yet, and probably more trackage. I think there's 12 miles of track or close to maybe 30 or more. I can't remember. I'm sorry, I forgot. You can go on and look at it yourself. It tells you on the... I got it off of Steam, so if you go on Steam and check it there. I'm still trying to get a handle on my key commands. So it's different, of course, than what I'm accustomed to doing with, other train simulators. So I have to learn these key commands. There's a little bit of a learning curve, and some of the issues I'm having is I'm not finding it very intuitive on the key commands. But after a while, I think that will come better. And so I'm actually finding the little HUD. You don't have to use this HUD, but I'm finding the little HUD to be helpful because I don't remember all the keys. But I'll get there. But they. Right now, I find the camera views to be a little bit, a little bit crazy. Now, this view is one camera view which rotates around in a follow motion. It follows the train and it rotates around what's of interest. So I better slow it down here. Put on some independent brake. We're going to go ahead and pick up this passenger car. Now, go ahead and brake it. And let me see what I can do here. I got to get out of this follow view and get into, let's see, this is the one key which puts you into the personal, the first person view. But to get back into a camera view, you can hit 2. I find this is different from follow. This is a free cam, but it does rotate around like that, and then you can move it from side to side. But I find this view right now I'm struggling with it because it's kind of erratic and I'm flying by and it's kind of quick. Now, one of the things I like about this game is you do have to, once you couple up, you do have to attach the gland hands. And there's 2 ways of doing this. One, you can click on that and they'll attach, and then you have to open up the angle cock to get the ear through the brake line. Or you can hit shift and click and it does it for you. If you notice, it did everything for me. So now I'm attached and I'm ready to take this thing out, this passenger car. But if you find this a little annoying, I do too. I mean, the floating around the camera, I'm not used to it yet. Here's a bell and whistle. And if we go back into this view, we could push our reverser forward. And pull our throttle back. And we're on our way. There's a key command to get your head out the window if you want to do that. We'll go out the other way, but kind of fun if you want to do that. Kind of slow us down a little bit. So we're supposed to go just a mile or so up the road. So what we're doing is there is a tutorial I'm doing right now, and I'll open that up. It's simple. You click up here on the icons up in the right hand corner. You can, if you don't want to use the HUD, just down on the bottom left, you don't have to. But right now, I need all the help I can get. But I'm heading off to Whittier Station, and the passenger car coupled up and brake line full. Release, close the throttle, and get your approach desired speed. And yeah. I don't know what speed I'm going, to be honest with you. I'm going at a pretty good clip. Looks like about 15 miles an hour. Follow the yard lead to the west and past the sawmill. Hopefully that's the sawmill coming up. Keep an eye out for the white and black W whistle signs. These are the reminder that a road crossing is ahead. Blow the whistle, long, long, short, long. Stop the train so that the coach is in line with the station. So yeah, that'd be the next thing that's coming up. And so this is a first person view. It's kind of fun. I don't know much about I have to learn about the gauges that tell you what the boiler's doing. A good thing for me is, oh boy, I hope I'm not supposed to go on that other track. I guess that's a sawmill. There is a map view, but it doesn't tell you much. Looks like I need a little bit more power. And yeah, so this is Railroader. And I'm having fun with it, but I'm having a little bit of time. Yeah, that's definitely the sawmill because you got logs coming down the river and going up into the mill. I have no idea, and you can't tell from the map whether or not a switch is open. There's no way to tell. So I think I better stop and find out. So I can pull back, push forward on that, and give it a little brake. Give it a little train brake. We don't want train brake. We want train brake. Do they stop in time? So we're going to get out here. Whoop. So this is funny. I'm not used to where this camera, it leaves you where the last time you left off. So this is a little bit strange for me. Sorry if I'm annoying, but this is one of the things I got going that I'm having to deal with. I'm not finding that the camera views are very easy to use or intuitive. Oh, that's the log cars. Oh, that's interesting. So, yeah. Oh, that's okay. That's on the right. It's doing the right. So as you can see, you got the red sign instead of the green, which means that it is going from the interchange over to the lead, over to the main drag. So that makes sense. That's how it's supposed to be. Let's get back in the engine and get back going again. So we'll give it a little power. There is, the first person view with the one key, and then a kind of a second free cam there with the two key, which I find very, what would you say? I hate to say erratic, but it's very sensitive, with the mouse. And so the zero key gives you a fly, so it sticks you to the engine, and you can follow the camera for following behind. It's a chase cam, I guess. So let's see if we can find the station. It's just, I think it's just a mile up the road, and kind of get a feel for what this steam. It's an old timer type of thing too, which I like. So I expect a lot from it. One of the things I'm finding that I'm very much looking forward to is that it has switch list, waybills, money exchange. I find that so much better than the point system that, like Train Simulator has. And, I think that one wasn't switched correctly, but I think it automatically switched it for me. So in this game, you have to manage the railroad. You have to so when you deliver cars and you work your switch list and you work your waybill and you make a delivery, you're going to earn money. And with the money you earn, you can build your business and buy more things. You're also going to need to spend money. And you also have to hire crews to do repairs and to work your railroad. So to me, that's a whole much better system than a point system. That I just don't understand the point system. Why bother? So I got to stick my head out the window here because I'm trying to figure out where we're going. I don't see is that the station? That may be the station. Down on the HUD, it tells you how fast we're going. We're going 10 miles an hour. So I'm going to give it a little bit of brake. I'm using the keys, which good for me, right? This is not a station. This is the water tower. The water tower is quite fun. I've already used this as part of the tutorial. It was one of the first things you do is you pull up to the water tower and you pull that spout down and it drops water into the tank. That was fun. And then went back and got some coal. Well, here we go. Here's our station. So we're pulling to the station, see how we do. I don't know why. Oh, there we go. Stop too soon. Told me not to do that. Wow, I'm going backwards. Why am I going backwards? I was using key commands instead of the HUD, and I hit the wrong key command. So that's a user error. It's nothing wrong with the game. It's just me. Well, there you have it. That's the station, and let's see if I can get out and take a. Well, that's funny. Yeah, this I'm having a hard time getting used to using the free cam. To be honest with you. One of the things we can do is you hit the tab key and there's usually an orange band up here when you have a waybill. It turns gray. It goes dim. It goes and turns gray when you reach your point of destination. So that's good. And so the next thing I would do then is find out what's next, because I've succeeded on this. Stop the train, and so the coach is in line with the station. You can stop at either the track or. Okay, so I got that far, and so I'm on to the next thing. And the next thing in the tutorial, eventually I'll get past the tutorial and I'll start to learn how to play this game on my own and start making money or whatever it is I need to do. But in the meantime, they're not, I hate to say criticisms, but I hope they come up with a little bit better external camera, something that's not so erratic, or maybe I just need to get smoother with it. Because I feel like I'm chasing around with it like this. But maybe, see, I want to turn towards the engine, and I can't do that without going like this, see? So it's a little funny. Oh, that's interesting. I'm using a mouse to do that. That's funny. That's good. So why is it going back and forth now instead of rotating? I don't know. So, this is a lot of learning stuff I need to do. But there you have it. This is the... Wow. This is Railroader. And a nice new game to try if you're into American Steam. It's an old-timer. If you're into old-time trains, and even at some point, I think Dovetail Games and Train Sim World will get us American Steam, but I don't know how far back. If it goes back into the 1950s or so, but to have a game that goes back into, wow, way back before early part of the 20th century here, it's kind of wonderful. And so that's a different type of gameplay. And certainly to be able to manage a railroad and make money and see how it grows. So I'm excited. I'm glad it's early access and that I can fool with it and learn it as it goes. And very well, yeah, I would say I'm impressed so far. So give it a look if you like, and it's on Steam. And yeah, hopefully I'll have some things at some point where I feel like I know enough that I can put some feedback into the forums and the Discord to let the developers know what I'm thinking, because I don't expect them to be watching the video. I don't have that much of a file, certainly not for Railroader. And yeah, that's where it is right now. And I'm glad you can come with me for a new experience and a new type of train simulator. And enjoy your holidays, and we'll catch you next time.